Hello everybody, it's me, GhostCritic, and I can't believe, yes, I'm back with another comic book haul. I just don't appear to be able to stop buying comics at the moment. This will be the last one for some time. Today, this is the last day of my holiday. I don't know when I'm going to upload this, but it's Friday when I'm filming this. It's the last day of my holiday off work this week, and I just wanted to do something, go out, because I'm on my own today. And at that time today, on a Friday, I'd hit my 1,500 subscribers, which I thought was just awesome. So I thought I'd just celebrate and go out comic book shopping. So I went to Birmingham again and hit up Nostalgia Comics, which is kind of like an offshoot from the Forbidden Planet franchise. And they had loads of boxes of £1 comics. So I spent a good couple of hours in there scurrying through them all, and this video is the result of my scurrying around, gleefully flicking through loads of long boxes. I hope you enjoy this video. The stuff at the end I'm just so excited about. I'm wanting to read. It's all kind of modern age stuff there. If you look thinking there's going to be any silver or bronze age or you know key issues or anything like that, I've no idea. There's certainly no silver or bronze age stuff. It's all modern age. So have fun, enjoy yourself, and give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. Comment down below, let me know if you've been buying any books lately. Until next time, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we're going to kick off with all the Marvel books, of which there are probably the most of. Kicking off with Avengers, the last series. I'm gradually whittling myself away on those. This is issue number 5 of Jonathan Hickman's run. Number 6 with art by Adam Kubert and Frank Martin. Number 13. This is all kind of the run-up to Secret Wars, and that's why I want to collect these, because everyone was telling me it'll make so much more sense. Issue number 15. Number 17, so this is quite a while back because this was all to do with the Infinity event that we had, which was actually quite good. I enjoyed that. The 24 Now edition. This looks familiar. There's a few in here that look familiar. I'm thinking I'm sure I've got them, but I looked on my list and they were still on there. So I've either made a mistake or I'm mixing them up with different covers. Issue 26 and issue 42. Great cover with Gladiator into the fray, I guess, charging into the fray. And finally for the Avengers, it's the Avengers Annual Issue 1. Immonen and Lafuente on creative and writing duties on there. So looking forward to having a look through that. And then we move on to the New Avengers, the other title I've been told that I should read to make sense of Secret Wars. This is the 16 Now edition issue. Issue number 17. Again, this is Hickman building his way up. 18 to the latest big Marvel event, which I'm really enjoying actually. 23. 31. Great cover there, very dark and brooding and menacing. And issue 33, a great cover there of Doom. Looking defeated, but obviously we know not. Then we move on to All New X-Men. This is one of those titles I wish I'd picked up as it came out, though it's great to find all these for £1 instead of having to pay full cover price. But everyone was so excited about this title. Bendis doing his best Marvel work, or some of his best anyway. Issue 34. with the young X-Men from the 60s that have been brought to the future, well, their future, our present. Issue 40. Issue 41, that was all of the all new X-Men that I managed to pick up. Superior Foes of Spider-Man, I'm chipping away at this one as well. It's quite strange because I don't normally mind reading books that I'm collecting out of order, especially if they're back issues and they've been out for quite a while, because the chances of me finding a whole series, a whole run in one go, for me is very slim. I don't have the luck of the likes of Adam, Dr. Monkeybot, who just has the greatest luck finding comic books and ridiculous prices. But strangely enough, there's two books that I'm collecting in back issues. This is one of them, Superior Foes of Spider-Man, and I want to have collected it all before I start it, and I want to read it from start to finish as it was meant to have been read. So I've got a little bit to go because there aren't that many issues to collect, and I've got quite a lot of them already. This is issue number 2. This is Nick Spencer. I believe this is kind of quite funny in some respects. Obviously when you get a bunch of villains together, they very rarely work well together. They've always got their own agenda. This cover looks so familiar, and if I find this in my collection I will kick myself, because I was like, I'm sure I've got it already, but again it was still on my list. It hadn't been ticked off, so I picked it up. It's not going to harm me too much. It was £1. Issue number 14, which I was stupid enough to get twice. I don't know how that happened, because I kind of sorted them all out before I took them to the counter. Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. I had the first, I think it's 2 or 3 issues of this series, and really actually enjoyed it. So whenever I see these now, I pick them up. This is issue number 6. We got issue number 7 and number 18. Again, I pick these ones up whenever I see them. It was one series. I mean, I love the character of Silver Surfer, but I just thought this was just silly nonsense. As much as I love Michael Allred's artwork, coupled with Laura as well, Silver Surfer, I just felt needed a bit more gravitas, something a bit more serious. But it's a fun book. The issues that I have got and I have read, it's been fun. And I guess sometimes you need a little bit of fun in your comic book reading. This is number 11, which is apparently a special oversized issue. So hopefully we'll have some extra pages of Allred art to have a look at. I very rarely find these, but again I'm trying to chip my way at Inhuman. This is issue number 5, and then the last series of Moon Knight that started with Warren Ellis and Declan, is it Shavy? I can't remember, I'm sorry, but they only stayed on for the first 6 issues. We've got Colin Bunn here, issue number 13, number 15. I like these covers, they're very distinctive. And issue 16, and finally for the Marvels, the last series of The Punisher with Edmondson writing. So they're all my Marvel ones. DC, very small batch. There wasn't a lot of DC that I could find that I wanted, but issue 33 of Outsiders that began with, I think it was Judd Winnick. I'm losing it. But this is the last issue I needed to finish off that run, so very happy I found that. Earth 2 World's End, this was kind of like was it a weekly series? I think it was. But I've almost got all these now. I only need I think it's the last 4 or 5 issues of this, and I've not had to pay cover price for these once. They've either been 50p or £1. So I'm really happy to have managed to get this. And I like this series because it deals with all the kind of Kirby Fourth World characters like Mr. Miracle, Darkseid, the New Gods, all that stuff. So I was I was more into this than it was Future's End, wasn't it, that we had. Issue 20, and there we are, there's Miracle Man. We have some Vertigo titles here. We've got Sandman Mystery Theatre. I love this. It's kind of set in the late 30s. With it being a Vertigo title, it obviously had a more adult themed storylines, and it dealt with kind of abortion, racism, anti-Semitism that was obviously prolific around that time. Just a great mature adult reading series. Matt Wagner wrote the whole series. I think the artist Steven Seagal didn't stay on for all of it. I can't remember now. Maybe he did, because it looks all very much the same, but great kind of pulp fiction stuff. Issue number 52 there. Shade, the Changing Man, began with Peter Milligan and Chris Bachalo. Chris Bachalo's artwork in here is nothing like you see it now, but I love this book nonetheless. It's just crazy. Craziness all the way through. Issue number 11 and issue number 27. And then I saw this in the pound bin as well, and I just thought, oh, what the hell, a kind of a Bronze Age DC horror title. It's beat up, it's got dints and bends and paper creases all over the cover, but for £1 for a Bronze Age book. Number 4, Doorway to Nightmare. Right, now on to, well, the first few are just some odd bits that I picked up. This is Tom Strong. I'm just going to lift that up a little bit. Sorry about the camera there. Tom Strong, I've got into this character so much, and every time I see any of these that I haven't already got, I pick them up. This is number 11. Garth Ennis's A Rover Red Charlie. I love this kind of mini series. I've got one issue left, which is issue number 6, and it's, if anyone's seen the Plague Dogs, the British animated movie from probably mid-late 70s, it's kind of like that, but it's set in obviously present day, and there's been a virus, a disease, and it's killed or made all the kind of humans crazed beasts, and they're all just killing themselves and dying, and it's only the animals that haven't been affected. And we follow these 3 dogs, and it is just so well pitched. I really enjoy this. I don't want it to have an unhappy ending, but I kind of guess it's gonna. Just issue 6 to find of that now. Issue 2 of Midnight. I've only got a couple more issues of this run to finish towards the end of it. Garth Ennis bringing Midnighter out of the Authority, giving his own title to run around and be ultraviolet and crazy in. Okay, these are all the books that I am incredibly happy to have found. We're going to begin with Astro City, Kurt Busiek's Astro City. This is from the first volume. Could not believe I was finding these for £1 each, because I've seen them elsewhere and they're much more expensive. The first volume, I have only issue number, I think it's number 1. Maybe I've got number 1, I can't remember. I've only got one issue of it left to get. I think it is number 1. But we've got Astro City there, issue number 4, with Winged Victory reflected in what looks like a bus. A coach, I think you Americans call them. Issue number 5, that looks like Crackerjack on the cover. I just love this world that Kurt Busiek's created, where we see things for most of the time from like the human eye rather than the superhero eye. Issue number 6, it was a very short run. I think it was a 6-issue run, and this is the final issue. It was an Image, then it moved to Homage Comics. This is the 2nd volume, and I've got issue number 3, issue number 5, issue number 8, number 9, and number 10. 10, and if memory serves me well, I think volume 2 is completed now. I think I've got all of volume 2. Astro City had a lot of kind of mini series and one shots along the way. This is one of their mini series. It's called Local Heroes. I have issue 2, managed to find issue 1 from 2003, Astro City Local Heroes. They did 3 4-issue mini series called The Dark Ages, and you had book 1, book 2, book 3. This, I've got book 2 issue 1 and book 2 issue 2, which completes that volume for me. And these were my, oh my god, I can't believe I found some more of these. This is the other title that I don't want to read until I have it all. And my god, am I having trouble trying to find these. It's Planetary, Warren Ellis, and John Cassidy on art. You've got to look out for these because the covers are so different to each other, as you'll find as you go along. Issue number 2, can't believe I found it. I don't actually think there's anything wrong with the book. It's just in a really tatty bag. Obviously I'll rebag most of this stuff. I've got issue 14, Planetary from the Wildstorm imprint. Number 16, see how different the covers are in style and tone. I think they do actually reflect the kind of stories that are inside. I mean, they don't come much different than the next 2. This is issue 18. Number 24, which is the last book that I picked up today, but this is like, I almost left this behind because all I read was Planetary Guide, and I just thought, oh, that's just some sort of like one shot, I don't think I'll really need it. But it is actually number 24, and I'm glad I just took that second look at it and picked it up, or I would have been really mad. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching yet another comic book haul. You must be tired of watching these by now, but thank you nonetheless for dropping by, saying hello. Give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. There's some good stuff on the way. Until next time, bye bye.